A few years ago, Iga Swiatek was not certainly a celebrity in the huge galaxy of tennis, but she mad. Did you know that Iga Swiatek comes from a family with Olympian athletes, that she faced periods where she was mentally unstable, or that she admires one of the best male tennis players in the world? If you did, you must be a bit fan. However, here are 12 things you may not know about this superstar. Number 12. Iga Swiatek brings psychologists to tournaments. If you have seen some of her interviews, then you will know that she cannot maintain her feelings in check after missing a game. Well, it is always hard for every player, isn't it? It is also difficult for her to accept setbacks, so she brings a psychologist alongside the trainer to assist in sustaining her calm during big and lengthy games. Number 11. Iga Swiatek loves rock music. So now you must have wondered what she likes to do other than her game. First, let me tell you that Iga is a huge enthusiast of Pearl Jam, Color Display, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Pink Floyd, Santana, and AC/DC. That is enough of a catalog to inform you all that she has tremendous taste in music. Now let's hear what she said about it. When I was going to tournaments, that's the music my coaches listened to, and it just stayed with me. I grew fond of it. My fascination with older music is because music had more value to it in the past. It had a greater spirit, triggered emotions, and was synthetic. And that certainly explains her affection for rock music. Number 10. Iga Swiatek adores cat. The tennis sensation is a massive cat lover, and she has a grappa at her home. You must be wondering, just one can't? Well, Iga explains she would love to have more one day. Number 9. Iga Swiatek is a Rafael Nadal fan. In her ordinary column for the BBC, she said, "I went to Rafa's academy in Mallorca and saw all his trophies in his museum there. I got more excited about those trophies than the ones I saw when I went to Real Madrid Stadium, although they were impressive too." Clearly, it speaks that she is a great fan of Rafael Nadal. Iga is a big Rafa enthusiast, and why is that? Well, let's see what she said about it. "I admire him as an athlete and his fighting spirit. He's a model sportsman. Rafa always fights until the very end. He's a tennis warrior. Moreover, I admire his playing style with high top spins, as I also like to play that way. His left-handed forehand is an amazing hit that earned him more than one tournament win. I like and respect Roger Federer. It's hard not to consider him a legend of our sport, as he's in a tennis class of his own, but when it comes to style and personality, I'm more into Rafa because I love his energy. Sorry!" Number 8. Iga Swiatek's father was an Olympian. Now, do you know that her father Tomasz was a rower? Well, her father exemplified Poland at the Olympic Games back in 1988 in Seoul in men's quadruple sculls, and he got 7th place, and in the World Championships, he got 5th place. Let me tell you that these are just among other accomplishments. The Polish district has respected both dad and daughter with decorations comprehending their offerings to Polish athletics. Number 7. Iga Swiatek owns a ukulele. Did you know the famous tennis player acquired a ukulele? Well, the ukulele is a Hawaiian stringed lyrical instrument. Her athletic psychologist, Daria Abramovich, had served with Swiatek since she was fresh, when the Pole was a sentimental player on the ground and frequently missed control. So Abramovich endowed her with the instrument to support the restraint of her emotions. Number 6. Youth Olympic Games double champion. Well, you will find that before Swiatek smashed through at the 2020 French Open, she was possibly best recognized for earning Junior Wimbledon in 2018, along with the Buenos Aires 2018 for the Youth Olympic Games gold medal in doubles. She was with Kaja Juvan, who is from Slovenia, in the Argentinian capital to gold. While she has accumulated leaps and jumps as a singles participant, she has played doubles periodically, even attaining the ultimate level of the 2021 French Open alongside Bethany Mattek-Sands from the USA. Number 5. She is greatly impressed with Roger Federer. You know how she admired Rafael Nadal, but she also loved Roger Federer. World number 1 Iga Swiatek newly conveyed her affection towards Roger Federer and shared the qualities of the Swiss maestro that she would like to fetch into her tournament. As you are already aware, Roger Federer, who bid goodbye to professional tennis this year in the Laver Cup, has obtained love and affection from fellow players and enthusiasts worldwide. Iga Swiatek had initially taken to Twitter to pay homage to the Swiss statement, and communicated her appreciation for all that the 20-time Grand Slam winner has brought to the game. Let's see what she said about her. Roger is in a class in itself, in terms of movement, technique, and how it behaves outside the court. I am generally impressed by the smoothness of his movements and how majestic he looks. These are things that I admire immensely, but I don't know if I will be able to introduce them to my game myself. I will try, but we will see. Number 4. She was mentally unstable after coming out of US Open. Iga Swiatek recollected how she endeavored with the games before the US Open with consecutive third-round failures in Toronto and the Cincinnati Open, which gave rise to her suspicion about her proficiency and lessened her intentions for the ultimate major of the year. World number 1 specified her distress with playing on the fast courts in New York and how she appeared to terms with creating more mistakes on the court, revealing that she assured herself to completely go out there and do her best without concentrating on her errors. Let's hear what she said. Earlier tournaments and the fact that I lost in the third round in Toronto and Cincinnati allowed me to lower my expectations. At the beginning of this second part of the season, I felt I had to play the same as in the first. Later, I realized that it makes no sense to go back to the past. I focused on what I could do here and now. In New York, I accepted that maybe on these courts I will not always feel 100% comfortable, that there will be some mistakes on the fast surface, but I focused on working it out best and draw conclusions. Number 3. Iga Swiatek's season of supremacy is the hallmark of a serial champion. In the ultimate week of the final season, Iga Swiatek's prize for a solid year was a spot among the very favorable at the WTA Finals in Guadalajara. And soon after the joys of gaining the French Open late in 2020 and the adjustment she gave rise to as her entire world shifted, Swiatek had appreciated a decent full season as a winner. Swiatek began the season with a surprising speed to the Australian Open semifinals, and she has presently earned 4 titles on difficult courts this year alone. The progress she has brought about is extremely notable when correlating the title she earned in New York with her first 2 years ago. Number 2. Number 1 Iga Swiatek beats number 5. You all may have come across the news that the 21-year-old Iga Swiatek defeated Ons Jabeur in an hour and 50 minutes at Flushing Meadows. This has added her first hard-court main award to her 2 French Open successes. She argued that women utilize several slightly lighter tennis balls than those used by men at Flushing Meadows. This was where she'd never been past the 4th round. Well, Iga was attempting to prosper, accustomed to the disturbance and distractions, the hustle and bustle of the Big Apple. And then she entered with a record of only 4-4 after her 37-match finishing streak that ceased in July. Number 1. From Grand Slam to World Number 1. She said, "The thing is, I never really imagined that moment because, truth be told, I was working day by day and playing tennis well, but I never had a strong belief that it could happen. So it's even more surreal for me." Swiatek, still only 20, has made a recent habit of turning her goals into reality. So for sure, it would be something special for me to be world number 1. I never expected that if it was going to happen that way. So that's all for today. What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments. Make sure to subscribe and smash the bell icon to get more uploads like this. Until we meet again, take care.